For a town where the best places to work online don't always have Wi-Fi, here's the guide. The last place is the least popular, but let's start with the most popular, and that is the area called Lighthouse, where all the cafes and restaurants to work are by the sea, and the most popular place is called By the Sea. For all the people that work there really is not consistent Wi-Fi, so be prepared. When I worked here, I would just hotspot from my phone, or once I had the Wii box, I could use that. The vibe makes up for the lack of Wi-Fi, which is why everyone hangs out here. Also, you can see so many cool things, like there's always scuba divers, sometimes people free dive here. You can just also snorkel, which is something fun you could do on your break from work, but you can also just swim, and my favorite thing would be to surf skate because the road there in Lighthouse is like the smoothest for skateboards. But that would only be when the local kids actually gave me back my surf skate. And sometimes my dog would join me. Oh, you could also kayak and paddleboard around this area. With all the sports you can do in Dahab, it would be so good to stay insured, especially if something happens, which many things have happened. I've been in, seen, and heard of way too many accidents, some that actually did lead to death in Dahab, so it would be good to stay protected. And it would also just suck to have your work or your travels affected by any accidents. I'm putting the best insurance for potential accidents in the caption. Okay, now we in Il Garden. This cafe is called Habibi, and it's actually locally known as Sheikh Salem because of the place across the road from it. And this place actually does have Wi-Fi, and it's pretty good sometimes. You can see the kite surfers here sometimes, and similar to Lighthouse, you can also free dive or snorkel. There's amazing coral. If you have your own Wi-Fi source, you can also just base where you're at depending on what you feel like eating or drinking. So there's like cafes with just like little snacks, or there's like full-on restaurants. One of the most popular ones in Il Garden is Il Garden View. Has so much variety. Between Lighthouse and Il Garden, you also have the co-working space. This is a really good place if you like have to work certain hours and you have to be like ready for a call and stuff like that. They have like a lot of Wi-Fi options and like backup Wi-Fi, so you should be good in a place that is not known to have good Wi-Fi. I don't have set hours, so when there wasn't electricity or Wi-Fi, I would just hang out with my friend who also has a flexible schedule. And that takes me to Shanti Cafe, which is also a very popular place to work in Etisalat. Probably one of the most standard places, good Wi-Fi, drinks, food, also good service. But look at my dog running to her actual owner. She's still my dog, I don't care. If you want to disappear for a bit, which is normal for a small town, you can take a taxi and go to Dahab Paradise. It's a hotel just a little bit down the street, but totally quiet. Unless there's something going on there, but the food is good and the Wi-Fi is pretty good too. I do have to say though, around sunset, I was getting a lot of mosquito bites, but that might have been just the time of year I was there. After what I know now about the Egypt healthcare system and just learning about Safety Wing, I would not go back without insurance. After a kite surfing accident there, if it was any more serious than it was, I was gonna consider flying out because it was not gonna be good to stay there. On the way to the last place, my favorite place in all of Dahab, Blue Lagoon, a kite surfer's paradise. Cell service is so spotty and honestly not enough to hotspot, so you need to have the Wii box to try to work here. You have to put it in some high, maybe weird places, and it could take a couple tries, but it can work, and you can work from Blue Lagoon, which is amazing. I can't say the Wi-Fi is reliable, so it's better to have a flexible schedule.
Yay! Favorite spot in the morning!